Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Tech Tink Toronto channel where we tinker and learn. Today, we're going to discuss the ultra low cost hosting and we're going to do a cPanel website setup demo following the discussion. Um, so, there's two hosts that I currently work with for my stuff, and it's pretty good stuff. So, without further ado, make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and share the video with a friend, and we'll get started. So let's get with it. And it opens these URLs really quick.
Yeah, this people are mad. Ooh, got him. Definitely not the greatest at playing this game, but I have fun. That's all that matters. Ouch.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to discuss the ultra cheap web hosting and do a site setup demo with cPanel and what it's looking like these days. Um, and it's pretty much the same as what we did on the other one. And be sure to click the like button. I want to say that I've seen a little bit of an increase in likes on the newer videos, just a little bit. If you guys could do a little bit more and help us all out here, that would be great. You know what I mean? So, it just takes 2 seconds. It's no big deal. Just like, do whatever, get down there, click that like button and help us all out. Get in the comments. Let us know what you think about this. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed and hit the notification bell so that you know when we do something on this channel. Um, so we're going to talk about web host number one. Web host number one works out like this. Um, I work with Host Legends. A few years ago, they offered a plan that is paid on a triannual basis. They offer free SSL, unlimited hosting, fast loading, unlimited email. The cost worked out to $49 per year, and you take that amount times three, you get 147. I messed up on but it's roughly 150 if you want to call it that, and it's paid every 3 years. I really like the Plus web hosting control panel. It allows me to change the PHP individually for each site. So one site could have a PHP of one version and another site could have a different version. The only thing I don't like is the inconsistent 24/7 support, and they didn't fix my problem. I don't want to get into it in too much detail, but none of my sites are hosted there, and what is there is suspended. Moving on, we'll talk about the pricing. This is what they're offering now. They got a starter package for $4.99 a month, and it's packed with great features such as one-click software installs, 24/7 support, and spam filtering. Get unlimited domains and websites, cPanel included, and you get 20 gigabyte SSD storage. 20 gigabytes is not a lot because what could happen is you get more domains and websites and they might take up more space. So that's something you have to look out for. But you got unlimited databases, unlimited bandwidth, unlimited emails, free SSL, premium hosting panel, daily backup, free CDN. That's a good deal. You know what I mean? You get enhanced security. And CDN, for those that don't know, is a content delivery network. What happens is it helps your sites load faster for people all around the world. Uh, and you get managed WordPress, cron tab access, 99% uptime guarantee. I do give them that. They do have a nice uptime. I can rely on them. When I wasn't even managing my sites, they was updating themselves, and they were pretty much up all the time. Then they got the personal, which is the most popular. They got unlimited domains and websites, cPanel included, 50 gigabytes SSD storage, unlimited databases, unlimited bandwidth, unlimited emails, free SSL, premium hosting panel, the same as like the previous package, the free CDN, the enhanced security, managed WordPress, cron tab, and 99% uptime guarantee. And then you got the business, which is $19.99 a month, packed with great features such as one-click software installs, 24/7 support, and spam filtering. Get unlimited domains and websites, cPanel included, 100 gigabytes SSD storage. So they do offer SSD storage. You get unlimited databases, unlimited bandwidth, unlimited emails, free SSL, premium hosting panel, daily backup. And that's another thing. Daily backup is real cool. You know what I mean? Get free CDN, enhanced security, managed WordPress, cron tab access, 99% uptime guarantee with a 30-day money back guarantee on the starter package and the business package. And it's a good deal. You know what I mean? They got some nice packages that they got going here. And I'll put a link in the information section of the video and the site, and you could go and check them out. Um, Also, we're going to talk about this other host that I use, and this I just got these guys recently, and the price is amazing actually. It's a server byte. They offer unlimited hosting, $12 a year, fast loading, 24/7 support with quick turn times. I can attest to that. They got free SSL, unlimited email, unlimited MySQL databases, unlimited SSD web space. So this is the little bitty thing that they got over the other guys that I just talked about. They got the unlimited SSD web space. You truly do not have unlimited domains and websites without unlimited space. That's the way I look at it. Um, so we'll go into some of the details here. They got some really flexible pricing. You got Spark, which is 50 cents a month, which works out to $6 a year for a single website, 50 gigabytes SSD storage, 100 gigabytes monthly bandwidth, five my MySQL databases, five emails, and then we got the Ignite from $75 a month, and you can elevate your website, reliable, affordable hosting. You could run 10 websites on it, 100 gigabytes SSD storage, 500 gigabytes monthly bandwidth, 50 MySQL databases, and 50 emails. Then we got the Blaze package, which is real nice. I like the Blaze package personally. It's from $1 a month, which is $12 a year. You know, you get blazing fast speeds, unlimited resources, and our top tier hosting package. You get unlimited websites, unlimited SSD web space, unlimited monthly bandwidth, unlimited MySQL databases, unlimited emails, and more stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's a really good deal. You know what I mean? It's something you want to check out. And if you are interested, we put a link down there in the information section of the video, and also we got a link in the comments section of the video so you could check it out and see if this package is for you. Now we're going to go on, and we're going to do some. We're going to actually go into this host, and we're going to set up a demo site. What we're going to be doing with is WordPress. And for those that don't know, um, WordPress is founded in May 27, 2003 by Matt Mullenweg and Mike Little, who forked the abandoned blogging platform B2 Catalog to create a more robust open source content management system. It quickly evolved from a simple blogging tool into a comprehensive platform powering over 40% of the websites that we see. I use it because it's flexible, secure, robust, and it's open source content management system. You got a lot of options, a lot of different plugins, a lot of different what you call it, themes that make unique sites. You know what I mean? Out of a system that a lot of people use, it's pretty good. So first, in order to do this, you got to have a domain name chosen and a paid hosting plan. Also, have a cheat sheet that helps keep all the passwords for the site, so in case you get lost, you know where you are. Also, too, the steps that we're going to take today are we already purchased a host a long time ago, so I'm not going to do all that. Purchasing anything, purchasing a host or a domain is like anything, like going to Amazon, purchasing the item. You put in your credit card information, it verifies it, all that, and you get whatever shipped to you. Well, in this case, they'll set you up real quick once you do it. You get your domain name, you get it. It's all set up real quick. It won't take that long. But we are going to get on step three, change the name servers to the host name servers, enter the new domain name into the domain section of the host, install secure socket layer, check the PHP version. Then we're going to install WordPress. We're going to install WordPress website theme, install the security plugins, install all other plugins, and then we're going to set up the email address. Okay. So let's do that and go forward with that. Um, so I'm going to elaborate on the few steps that we have started here. All right, you got to purchase the hosting package, right? Um, so there's several types of hosts that we deal with here. Uh, Web hosts ranging from affordable to beginner friendly options to high performance dedicated infrastructure. The main types include shared, VPS, dedicated cloud hosting, which differ in cost, speed, and management level. So if you haven't already done so, purchase a hosting package. We're not going to demonstrate that, but then we got step two, purchase the domain. You might want to purchase the domain first so that you can plug it into the hosting package to start it off. You know what I mean? And we'll go over what HTTPS is the protocol. www is the subdomain, most of the time not shown. Domain name is a unique name that precedes the top level domain, often relating to a business name like Amazon.com. And the .com is the top level domain. It could be a .us, .store, .net, .org, .ai, .gov, whatever, you know. And it is the domain name and top level domain name that gets registered with the registrars such as Cloudflare, GoDaddy, Namecheap, etc. You can sign up for an account with one of these registrars if you haven't already done so. All right, now we're going to start it off with step number three here. And we're going to explain what we're doing. We're going to change the name servers and the registrars to the name servers provided by your hosting package. A domain name server is a DNS. It acts as a phone book of the internet, translating human readable domain names like example.com into computer readable IP addresses like 192.0.2.1. It allows users to access websites without remembering complex numeric addresses, thus routing the browser request to the correct server. So it's pretty good stuff. Um, so this is what we're doing basically. We're going into and we're gonna just change the name servers real quick. It shouldn't take long. I keep track of my name servers on my cheat sheet for the different hosts that I have to deal with. I add the name servers as many as I need. In this case, we need four. Some of them you need two, but they'll tell you in your host what you need. And if you don't know or they don't have it readily available, you can always ask them in the tech support. So basically, you load that up and you hit the check mark in mine and you hit OK or whatever in yours. And basically, it's going to tell you that it might take up to 48 hours, but essentially it goes quick within a few minutes, usually, sometimes two. Also, we're going to talk about step four. We're going to enter the new domain name into the domain section of the control panel. There should be an area of the host that allows you to add, modify, or delete domains. It's usually one of the first things you see in your hosting control panel. The control panel we will be using today is cPanel. It provides a graphical interface and automation tools for website hosting and server administration. It's widely used for managing websites, domains, emails, and files. Whichever one you choose to do will do the same thing, such as manage websites. Also, host and control panels are web-based interfaces used to manage servers, websites, with popular options including cPanel, the industry standard for Linux, plus supports both Linux and Windows. Directed is lightweight, affordable, and hPanel is user-friendly. Other options include CloudPanel, CloudFocus, and open source solutions like CyberPanel and WebMin. And that's according to Wikipedia. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to add that domain and we're going to, click the add button, add domain button. It's going to do its thing. It's going to take a few minutes and then voila, it says successfully added domain name to the package. And then what we're going to do next here is some hosts, you have to make sure you check where it is put in your files. I already have one that's going to public.html, public-html. So this is what I do. I take out the dot and I put a /, and then I update it so the files go where I need it to go without interrupting any of the other sites, which is really cool, you know. Then we're going to talk about the free certificate that you get, right? And you want to install the free HTTPS certificate that comes free with the host. That's when they say unlimited SSL. This is what I'm talking about. Other hosts will nickel and dime you for the certificate, But if you want to get the best deal, you want to get it for free. And for those that don't know, an HTTPS certificate, also known as SSL TLS certificate, is a digital document installed on a web server that enables secure encrypted communication between a user's browser and the website. It verifies the website's authenticity, protects sensitive data, passwords, credit cards, etc., from an interception, and displays a padlock icon or something similar in the browser URL area of the window, and it's pretty neat. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead, and it's real simple as that. It's like you check, you just click the button in this one host here, and it activates the SSL. It does the wildcard thing, which meaning that it could anything that deals with your domain and stuff and top level domain that is linked to you gets anybody comes anyway, or it's www or not, it's going to link you to the appropriate site. So everything's good. And then it says please allow for 30 minutes. So sometimes it takes a little while. So you might want to let it load for a second and things like that. It's pretty cool. Um, Now we're going to check the PHP version. We got to do our due diligence. PHP is Hypertext Preprocessor. It's a widely used open source server side scripting language designed specifically for web development to create dynamic, interactive websites. It runs on the server embedded directly within the HTML, allowing developers to generate dynamic page content, manage databases, and handle user data efficiently. So that's pretty cool. Um, so basically, we're going to go into change PHP version, and it just so happens that I wanted to update to uh, PHP 8.4. This changes it for all 12 sites that are on this host. That's the only thing I don't like about this host is that it goes for all. Um, Also, we're gonna get ready to install WordPress. There should be an area of your control panel that deals with the software that is installed on the site. It allows you to install software with one click as opposed to uploading the files manually, which I've done before. It's a pain. You can still get it to work that way, but it's just a little bit. You might have to change the permissions of the file and things like that. But this software thing that they have these days is a great time saver, and it's a good menu. You usually get a good deal with a good menu. There's other content management systems I might want to try. Additionally, WordPress is a robust open source content management system, so it's pretty good, you know. So here we go. All right, so this is look at all this fabulous software that we see here. Um, it's so much. I don't even know what a lot of it is, but I could probably find out. Maybe do some stuff if I find something worthwhile on this channel. So we're gonna go to the one quick install area, and we're gonna install WordPress 6.9.4, and we're gonna select the correct host, the host that we select. Unfortunately, my OBS wasn't working right. It couldn't show all that, so I had to close OBS and reopen it again. I think I'm gonna do that every time I shoot a shot. You know what I mean? Um, so it's installing WordPress, and then it's gonna tell you it's done successfully. It's gonna give you a staging URL, and then that's the one on the bottom, and it's gonna give you your URL. I just went for our URL to see and kind of complete the installation process. Okay, so what happens is it loads the page, then you got to select the language for which you got to choose in your country or whatever. Then you put the site title and little details like that. Below this form, you're gonna add. It's gonna ask you for a password and an email address and a username, of course, so that you get the emails relating to this server. Because WordPress will send you some automated emails if a site's been installed or if somebody changed the password or something like that, they'll let you know. So you get just I make up a username, a pretty ambiguous new username, and then I'd get a password in there. Make sure you're taking notes of the passwords and things like that. Also, everybody, take a minute, pause the video, click the like button. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel, help us out and everything like that. Click the notification bell and share the video if you will. Appreciate it. I'll be sharing the video on multiple platforms as well, and we'll be doing shorts on this topic as well sometimes. So, be on the lookout for that. Okay. So basically, I'm negotiating the password. I'm gonna pull that and get that on my sheet. Uh, Also, get the username with it so that you have all the data that you need. to move forward and things like that. Um, so now the other thing is we're gonna install the WordPress website theme. By default, WordPress installs a plain theme. There are many companies that make themes for WordPress. Many have a free version and a paid upgrades. You should be able to get your site up and running with a good theme at no extra cost, but be sure to remove any unused themes as they could become a web security vulnerability to the site. So that's what we're going to do here in step 8. We're going to bust out a new theme. For this project, I chose to go with a medical healthcare theme, uh, and because it's a test site, and I'm going to be testing some things that kind of deal with that aspect, and I'm using the same theme on another site. So I'm going to use that theme to run my test just to see how everything works. Because the thing about it's good to test things out first anyway. So basically, it's a matter of finding the theme by search, activating the theme, and then when you go and you get your site. If you go visit it to check it out, you'll see that it actually has that theme. Okay, and there you go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go in and this time I'm going to leave one theme, one default theme, but I'm going to delete the extra themes that I don't need. I'm going to delete 2 of these themes here. That way, if your main theme breaks, you might have something to fall back on that you could use to troubleshoot and diagnose what's happening with the site and that sort of thing. So that's pretty cool. So that's essentially it. You know what I mean? I was gonna delete, but then I said nah. But yeah, I wasn't gonna delete. But that's basically how you do it. And then that's really it for installing the theme. Now the thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna install the security plugins. The security plugins are basically like putting a what you call a deadbolt lock on your door with a chain on the inside and a code lock door. You got to secure your stuff these days. You know what I mean? It really helps. Website security is essential to protect against cyber attacks that can steal sensitive customer data, destroy brand reputation, and cause significant financial loss and lead to business closure. WordPress security plugins are essential tools designed to protect websites from threats like malware, brute force attacks, SQL injections, offering features like web application firewalls, malicious traffic blocking, and file scanning. So it's pretty handy stuff, you know what I mean? And you don't have to and if you're spending money on this stuff right off the bat, you're doing it wrong. You should be able to get functionality in terms of security for free. Um, for this site, we're gonna choose 3 software the plugins that are going to help us. All right, now what I'm going after right now is the limit login attempts. And what this basically does is if someone tries to brute force attack with multiple passwords, they only get 3 attempts to get the password right. And if they miss the password in the 3 attempts, it locks you out for say 20 minutes. So you just load that, and when and you activate it, and it's automatically up. And then you see that email. I got an email that says that a new WordPress site has been set up, so it lets you know. So WordPress sent that email through its systems automatically to me. Then we want to hide our stuff. So that's what WP Ghost Lite does, and it's a really good plugin that I recommend. You can hide your admin panels and things like that from these people that want to take you mess with your stuff. And then the final plugin that I'm going to install for security is two-factor authentication, which allows you another layer of security because now they have to have your mobile device and the password and the user login information in order to get in. So it's 3 pieces of data versus just the 2. And when I ran WordPress back in the day, I didn't know all about this security thing. What happened was I actually got hacked and it was bad. It was bad. But we had to delete it and start over. I didn't really lose anything in the grand scheme of things, but I learned a lesson. All right, so everything's activated. When the plugins look like that, they're activated. And then there's a bunch of things that you could do in this to get it activated and going. Um, I'm going to run a security check, and it gives you a nice free security check. And what happens is when by default I'm in the yellow ranges, and this tells you what's going on and how you could fix it, which is really cool. So now It's time to install all other plugins necessary to run your site for it to operate. WordPress plugins are packages of software code that serve as add-ons to extend the functionality and features of a WordPress website. They function much like apps on a smartphone, allowing users to customize their site without needing to write or edit complex code. And the thing about this is it's open source, is that if you wanted to, you could write yourself a plugin, and if it gets WordPress approved, then you could probably sell it and stuff like that, and offer a free version to get people going. That's really neat. Um, so for this project, I'm just going to choose a few. Um, one of the ones I like is Fluent Forms. That's a really good one. Um, and they offer you a great free plugin with a lot of features that get your form right and everything like that. And we're talking about contact forms and just general web forms and things like that that you would probably be interested in. And another good plugin too is ERP, WPERP. And what that is well, I can't, if I can get it right. Um, it's a good tool for like CRM and HR stuff if you're running like your own company and things like that. And they tell you a lot about the plugins and themes and whatever you're going to do. But we're going to click install it. You can read more details if you want more information. It tells you when it's last updated. It tells you it's compatible with your version of WordPress, things like that. So we go ahead and activate it. They got the initial setup screen. You could do that, but I don't. I just kind of go through and just run it that way. And I think that's what we're gonna do with that particular setup. There's a few other plugins that I probably want to install for test purposes, and I'm looking for one that's gonna help me manage user accounts a little bit better than what I'm used to. Um, because this things like WPERP and Fluent Forms, you don't want to give everybody access to them, so you're gonna need like a kind of like a user profile registration login content restriction type setup. All right, so now the final step that we're going to do today is we are going to do an email address with domain. Um, Having a professional domain based email address, info@yourbusiness.com, on your website instantly builds credibility, boosts brand recognition, and increases customer trust compared to generic providers. It enhances security, improves email deliverability, enables target communication like sales or support. I mean, you can set it up for different departments. And if you have unlimited emails, it's a great thing. It really is. And it acts as free, consistent marketing for your business. Um, so we're going to walk through that process real quick and see what that's like. And basically, um, I created an email address. You just enter whatever it is at the right domain. You select the right domain, and then make sure because if you got a bunch of domains, as you can see here, it helps. You know what I mean? And then you get the password. You know what I mean? You click the key in this particular setup, and then you get the password. Make sure you copy the password, copy it to your sheet, so you have a username, password type setup. And then there you go. And I'm setting it up in Thunderbird right now. And it's a real simple setup. Most of the time, you don't have to do anything extra, and it kind of takes care of everything automatically. And then you're all set up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to cough up them likes. We really appreciate you coming on through. And if you want to leave a message in the comment section, go ahead and do that. Be sure to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Not only hosting, but we're going to be doing some other topics. Like some of the other topics that are going to come to mind is we're going to talk about checking websites for security holes and things like that, if you want to call it that sort of thing. And we're gonna do a sandbox, if you know what that is. You know what I mean? So if you benefited from watching this production by the Tech Teamtronics YouTube channel, share the video, hit the like button below if you are able, subscribe to the channel if not already subscribed, hit the notification bell to get all the notifications from us. If you want my services, come to prwdigital.us and see what we have to offer. If you want some more information and see more videos from our channel, you could also visit techteamtronics.net. And conclusion, um, for service consulting, video or audio creation, editing, format conversions, website setup, spreadsheet builds, web forms, and other business, visit us at prwdigital.us. And that's really it. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys coming and watching with us. And with that, I'm going to get up out of here. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Yo, what's up? This is Dr. Dre.
What's up, y'all? This is Tupac, Machiavelli the Dawn.
Yo, it's Crack Flag. This is Big Snoop Deal Double G.
You're in the mix with the one and only. It's DJ 3T.